ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಕ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ
ಸಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ
ಆಯ್ತು
ಪದ್ದಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು
ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೆ
ಅದು ಜಾತ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈಗ ಬಂತು ನೋಡ್ರಿ.
Good afternoon, students. In our yesterday's class, we have solved the problems which are given in the exercise number 8.2, and today we will solve the sixth question. Up to yesterday, we have solved the fifth questions, 1 to 5th. Okay. Now today we will go through the question number 6. I will write the question. Convert the given percents to decimal fractions. Convert the given percents to decimal fractions. Percents to decimal fractions. Okay, decimal fractions in and also to fractions in simplest form and also to fractions in simplest form. Okay, simplest form. They have given you the percentages. Now you should convert those percentages in terms of decimals and also in terms of fractions, and convert in terms of fractions such that the fraction should be in its simplest form. So, do you know what you mean by fractions in simplest form? You have already learned the simplest form of fractions in your previous class, in your 6th class. Okay, the fraction in its simplest form is nothing but a fraction having, in a fraction we are having the numerator and denominator also. Okay, here we are having, suppose 2 by 3. Here 2 is the numerator and 3 is the denominator. Now 2 by 3. A fraction in its simplest form is nothing but the fraction should contain only one as its factor. So except 1, nothing should be its factor. For the denominator and numerator also this rule applies. Okay, so you can see here 2 by 3. Here only 1 is the factor of 3. Okay, now this is called as the fraction in its simplest form. Okay, except we are not having any factors of 2. Okay, so for example, if you are having 4 by 6, this is not in its simplest form, because in the numerator we are having 4. The factors of 4 are 1 and 2. So 1 is, it should be there. You can write 1 as a factor, because in the simplest form fraction also having 1 as the factor. But except 1 we should not have any other. But here except 1 we are having 2 as the factor of 2, and here also 1, 2, 3. Except 1 we are having 2 more factors of 6. So that's why we cannot call 4 by 6, which is the fraction. 4 by 6 is fraction, but it is not in its simplest form. Okay, but here 2 by 3 is in its simplest form, because the numerator and the denominator are not having the factors in common except 1. Okay, here we are having 1 and 2 as the factor, and in the 6 we are having 1, 2, 3 as the factors. But 2 are in common. 2 is in common for both. 2 is common for 4 also, and it is common for 6 also. 1 should be for 1. It is okay, but it should not have except 1 other numbers, means the other factors in common. But here we are having 2 in common. Okay, so that's why 4 by 6 is not called as the fraction in its simplest form. Okay, got it? Now let us see the first question in the question number 6. Okay, question number A. 25%. Okay. Convert the given percents to decimal fractions and also to the fractions in simplest form. Okay, now we shall convert this percent, which is 25%, first in terms of decimal. So, can I write 25% as 25 by 100? Yes, can I write? Because the percent symbol indicates nothing but I can write percent as 1 by 100 also. Okay, I have told you this concept in your previous classes. Okay. Now in place of percent I can write 1 by 100. Okay. 25 by 100 I can write 25% as 25 by 100. Okay. So now I will convert this 25 by 100 in terms of decimal. Okay. So you have learned about the decimals in your 6th class. Okay. Now use that knowledge here. 25 divided by 100 can be written as 25 I will write here. Now in the denominator we are having 2 zeros. Okay. So for that in the numerator after leaving 2 numbers, in the denominator we are having 2 zeros, means in the numerator after leaving 2 numbers you should keep the decimal. Okay. Like this you can write 25% in terms of decimal. Okay. So here if you are having 3 zeros in the denominator, we would have written this as 25 0. So here we are having 3 zeros, means so you 3 numbers 1 2 3, leaving 3 numbers you should keep the decimal. Okay. 25 divided by 1000 can be written as 0.025, but here in the question we are having 100, which is having the 2 zeros, so that's why to write 25 divided by 100 in terms of decimal, how I will write this? So write 25 as it is. Okay. Now count the numbers from your right hands to left hands. So this is my right hand. I will count 1 2. So after 2 numbers you should keep the decimal, because after 2 number means, because in the denominator we are having 2 zeros. Okay. So that's why leave the 2 numbers. Leaving 2 numbers you should write the decimal. Okay. So this is the decimal. We have converted this percent 25% in terms of decimals and we got 0.25 and fractions and also to the fractions in simplest form. So this is in terms of decimals we have converted. Now we should convert this percent in terms of simplest fraction. Simplest fractions means what I have explained you. Okay. Now see here, use the same fraction 25 divided by 100. Now you can see 25 is the 25 4 is the 100. Now 1 by 4. So check out whether this fraction 1 by 4 is in its simplest form or not. Okay. Here we are having the factors of 1 as 1. We are having the factors for 4 as 1 and 2. Okay. Simplest form means what? Simplest form means the fraction should not have any other factors in common except 1. Okay. Here 1 is the factor of 1 also and 1 is the factor of 4 also. But here one extra in what we are having is 2. 2 is the factor of 2. But then also we are calling 1 by 4 as in its simplest form. Why? Why? Because if we would have this 2 in the numerator also, then this 1 by 4 would not become in its simplest form. But we are having 2 in the denominator only. Okay. In the denominator only we are having. The whatever the factors we are having in the numerator and the denominator, there should be common for the numerator and denominator. Here 1 is common for numerator and denominator. But 2 is not there in the numerator. Okay. So that's why 1 by 4 becomes in its simplest form. Simplest form means what? A fraction is called in its simplest form if it should not have any other factors except 1 in common. Okay. We are having here 2 as the factor of 4, but 2 is not in common because 2 is only in the denominator. It is not there in the numerator. Okay. If it is there, if it was there in the numerator, then we could not call this 1 by 4 as in its simplest form. But we are having 2 in the denominator only, which is not common, which is not common means it is not there in the numerator. So that's why 1 by 4 is in its simplest form. Okay. 1 by 4. So 0.25 is the decimal. We have converted this 25% in terms of decimals, that is 0.25, and also we have converted 25% in terms of fractions, which is in its simplest form, that is 1 by 4. Okay. So these two are the required answers. Okay. Now come to the question number B, that is 150%. Okay. 150%. So can I write 150% as 150 divided by 100? Yes, can I write? I can write, because percent is nothing but 1 by 100. So I have written 150 as it is. In place of percent I have written 1 by 100. Okay. Now see here. So to write 1 by 150 divided by 100 in terms of decimal, what I will do is, you can see here, I will write 150 as it is. Okay. I will write 150 as it is. 150 I will write as it is. Now count in the denominator how many zeros are there. In the denominator we are having 100 and 100 is containing 2 zeros. Okay. Now come to 150. From your right side, leave 2 numbers. Leave 0 and also leave 5. And put point in between 1 and 5. Because in the denominator we are having 2 zeros. While writing 150 divided by 100 in terms of decimals, you should leave 2 numbers. How many zeros are there? You should leave those many numbers. Counting from your right hands to left hand. Okay. Here we have left 0 and 5, and after leaving 2 numbers, please put the decimal. Okay. So 1.50 is the decimal form of 150%. Okay. Now let us write 150% in terms of simplest form fraction. For that also I will select the same fraction, 150 divided by 100. Now let us divide. See here, this 0 gets cancelled. Now 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10. Okay, 3 by 2. Now check whether 3 by 2 is in its simplest form or not. If it is not in its simplest form, make it in its simplest form. Reduce the given fraction to its simplest form if it is not there in its simplest form. Okay, now let us first of all check whether 3 by 2 is in its simplest form or not. We are having 3 by 2. Now write the fractions of 3. We are having 1. Fraction of 3 is 1 only. Sorry, not fraction, factors. Factors of 3 is 1. Okay. Factor of 2 is 1 only. Okay. Except 1, we are not having any factors of 3. You can write 3 also, because 3 ones are 3. Here also 2 ones are 2. You can write 1 is common. 1 is common. But 3 is there in the numerator, it is not there in the denominator. But 2 is there in the denominator, but we are not having the 2 in the numerator. If it is there except 1, we are having any other factors that should be common for numerator and denominator. Then only it is not called in its simplest form. But here we are having 2 and 3 as its factors, but they are not common. They are not present in numerator. If 3 is present in numerator, it is not present in denominator. If 2 is present in denominator, it is absent in the numerator. This should not happen. Okay. So here 1 is common. So as the definition of simplest form of fraction itself tells, a fraction is say to be in its simplest form if it is having only 1 as its common factor. Except 1, there should not be any other fractions in common, any other factors in common. So here we are having only 1 as the common factors. So we can conclude that 3 by 2 is in its simplest form. Okay. Now 150%, the decimal form of 150% is 1.50, and fraction in its simplest form is 3/2. Okay, these two are the required answers for us. Okay, 1.50 and 3.2. Now let us come to the question number C. Okay. Question number C, we are having 8% of it is 40. Sorry, I am reading the previous question. Question number C is 20%. Now we should convert this 20% in terms of decimals and also in terms of fractions, which is in its simplest form. Okay, I can write 20% as 20 divided by 100. Okay, now write 20 as it is. In the denominator, how many zeros I am having? 2 zeros I have. So counting from your right hand side, you 2 numbers 0, 2. We have left 2 numbers. Keep the decimal. Okay. After decimal, you can write 0 or you can keep it as it is. Okay. 0 is having no meaning. Okay. After the decimal, counting from right to left. Okay. But here 0 is having value, some meaning. Okay. So 0.20 is the decimal conversion of 20%. Okay. Now to write this 20% in terms of simplest form fraction, I will write as 20 divided by 100 is there. So I will divide this one as 20 1 is 20, 25 is 100. Okay, 1 divided by 5. So check whether 1 by 5 this fraction is in its simplest form or not. So we can say yes, it is in its simplest form, because except 1, 5 and 1 are not having any other factors in common. Okay, you can check once. So I can say that 1 by 5 is in its simplest form. So 0.20, 1 by 5 is the required answer for the question number C. Okay. Now the question number D is 5%. Now let us write this 5% in terms of decimal. I will write 5% as 5 divided by 100. Okay. Now in the denominator I am having 2 zeros. Okay. Write 5 as it is. Okay. Leave 2 numbers. Okay. I will write 0. So before any number, if you write 0, it is no meaning. It is same as the previous one. So 0 by 1 is same as 1 only. Okay. 0 by 5 is same as 5 only. So if you write 0 after that number, it is having some meaning. Okay. 0, 0, we cannot say 0, 0, 1 is equal to 10. It is not equal. Okay. Because 0 and 1 is nothing but 1 only. 1, 0 is 10. They are having different meanings. Okay. So that's why I have written 5. So before any number I can write 0. Okay. So before any number I have written 0. 0, 5 is nothing but 5 only. You can write 5 as 0, 5 also. So after 2 numbers you should keep the decimal. So count here 1, 2. I am having the 2 numbers. So keep the decimal here and write 0. So 0.05 is the decimal form of the 5%. Now we will convert 5% in terms of fraction in its simplest form. 5 divided by 100. Okay. Now divide this one. 5 1s are 5. 5 2s are 10. Write 0 as it is 1 by 20. Okay. Now check whether 1 by 20 is in its simplest form or not. Now write the fractions of 1. We are having the fractions of, factors, not the fractions. Factors of 1 are 1 only. Factors of 2 are so many. 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 10. Okay. We are having the factor of 1 as 1 only. But the factors of 20 are here 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10. Okay. 1 20s are 20, 2 10s are 20, 4 5s are 20, 5 4s are 20, 10 2s are 20. Okay, but except one, no other numbers 2 4 5 10 are common in numerator. Okay, only one is common in both the numerator and the denominator, but in the denominator we are having 2 4 5 10 which are not common in denominator. We are not having 2 4 5 10 in the numerator. Okay, so that's why only one is common. One is common factor for 1 and 20. So we can call 1 by 20 is in its simplest form. Okay. So these two are the required answer. Now, so this is about the question number 6. Now we will solve the question number 7. In a city, 30% are females. In a city, 30% are female. 40% are males. 40% are males. And remaining are children. Okay. What percent are children? What percent are children? So this is your question. So in the question what they have given in a city 30% people are females. Okay. So we will consider in a city there are totally 100% people are there. So among the 100% people, 30% people are females. Okay. And 40% are males. Okay. So among 100% we are having 30% as females. Okay. So among this 100% only we are having 40% as males, and remaining are children. Remaining are children. They are telling that remaining are children, but they have not given the percentage of children that we have to calculate now. Okay. From 100% we are having 30% as females and 40% as males. Then if we add the percent of the females and males, we will get 70%. Okay. If we add the percentage of the males and the females, we will get the percent 70%. If we subtract this 70% from the total number of people, that is 100, we will get the percentage of children. Okay. Because only 3 choices are there. Among the 100% people, only males, females and children will be there. Okay. Except these 3, males, females and children, nobody is there. So they have given the percent of males and the percent of females also, and they are asking you to find the percent of children. So for that, if you add the percentage of male and the females, and after adding those two, if you subtract the sum of the percent of males and females from the total number of people, that is 100, you will get the percentage of children. Okay. Now let us prove it one. Okay. I will write the question. I will write the solution as females are. I will write first percentage of people. Percentage of people. Percentage of people is 100%. We will consider 100%. In the 100%, how many females we are having? Females percentage is 30%, and the males percentage is how much? It is 40%. They are asking you to find the children's percentage. Percentage is children's percentage. How much they are asking? Okay. So if you add 30 plus 40, which is nothing but the percentage of females and the percentage of males, you will get 70%, and if you subtract that 70% from the percentage of people, means the total number of people, you will get the percentage of children. Okay, now we will do that one. We will add females plus males percent. Okay, I will write here. Females are how many? 30. Okay, males are how many? 40. 30 plus 40 is how much? 70. Okay, now if you subtract this 70 from 100, you will get how much? Let us see. Now you subtract this 70 from 100. If you subtract 70 from 100, how much you will get? You will get 30%. 30% is what here? Here 30% is the percentage of children in the city. Okay. Therefore, the conclusion what I will write here? What percent are children? I will write the conclusion as 30% are the children. Okay. In the city, 30% are the children. Here, the percentage of females is also same. That happens. You can get the two percentages same. Okay. Here we have what? 30% as the percentage of children also, and the percentage of females also. Okay. So this is the question number 7. Okay. So students, today we have solved the question number 6 and the question number 7. In our next class, 3 more questions are there. 8th question, 9th and 10th. They have given you the statements like this only. We have to write the answers for that. We will solve these 3 questions in our tomorrow's class. Okay students, thank you.